What is up, my friends? Today we're going to be taking a tour of this amazing arcade and retro game store that I had discovered while I was in Easton, Pennsylvania, while I was visiting Tommy Tallarico and the Crayola Experience. So we're going to be going over this amazing retro store and the arcade where the owner actually challenged me in a Street Fighter match. Stay tuned.
Flippity flop.
Alright, so gents, ladies and gentlemen, the Soda Can Mic. Let me introduce to you guys that aren't aware of the Soda Can Mic. So this past Saturday night, I did a Intellivision Amigo live stream, and I made this makeshift can because I didn't want to wear my lapel clip-on mic. I just wanted, I talk with my hands a lot, and if I was going to be live streaming for over an hour, I didn't want to be constantly hitting the microphone. So I took the soda can, wrapped it with some electrical tape, bought this little arm to clamp it to my shelf, and as you can see, the Soda Can Mic works really well, and I think I'm going to keep it. I like the Soda Can Mic. I think it sounds good, and I think my subscribers were telling me the other day that Soda Can Mic is a hit. So yeah. Welcome everyone to the Soda Can Mic. I'm not spending $300 on one of those big giant football mics. I think my Soda Can Mic is just fine. All right, enough with the Soda Can Mic. Gentlemen, let's take a tour. So, when I was at the Crayola event, there was a couple of patrons there that were telling me about this arcade place. So I had to check it out because where I live on Long Island in New York, man, these places are long gone. I mean, there's one like Chuck E. Cheese, 30 miles out east from me, and yeah, it's nothing like what you're gonna be seeing here. This place has all the old school, big time heavy hitters. This gentleman that owns this store, man, he's got some really cool stuff. And not only does he have a nice variety of retro games, I mean, he's got some reasonably priced games, and all of his games are shrink wrapped, man. You know, I like that. You know, that they're sealed. I can show you one. I bought a game from him, you know, as a souvenir. I bought a Nintendo Wii game, Star Wars Clone Wars game. $10. You know, most of his games are reasonably priced, and he also has some, you know, some expensive games, you know, sealed in box games under his glass, you know, showcases. Yeah, no, I haven't seen a place like this in so long. I just spent, you know, a half an hour just talking to the store owner before I even started to look around. It was just like, I remember when you used to walk into a Toys R Us as a kid. You had that special feeling when you walked in there. And that's how I felt when I walked into this retro gaming store. You know, oh man, I was taken back. So one thing led to another, and he told me about the arcade room that he had in the back. And I was like, say what now? You have an arcade in the back? I mean, I was impressed enough with this guy's, you know, retro gaming display. So the first thing I asked him was, do you have Street Fighter? I don't care about any other arcade machine. I'm like, you have Street Fighter? He's like, of course I do. He's like, you any good? I'm like, yeah, well, I'm all right. I mean, then he goes on to say, you know, a lot of people say that they'll come in here and beat me, and then he didn't want to come off as like, you know, too obnoxious, but he says he's pretty good. So we go back there. Now, when we were bullshitting, the store was not very busy. You know, it was really empty when we got there. And then as soon as we start playing, we were able to get 3 matches in. And as soon as we start playing, of course, that's when the customers start rolling in. So I felt bad. So, he says he's big on Street Fighter 3, and I know I'm not big on Street Fighter 3, so I figured, I told him, you know, let's play, you know, Champion Edition, so I figured that's what we were going back there to play. So he turns on Street Fighter 3, and I'm like, alright, you know what, I'll play one quick round of Street Fighter 3. Now, as he's firing up Street Fighter 3, it just a whole bunch of people congregate over to me and him, and now we have everybody's watching us, you know, play. So now there's pressure on. I got, you know, Amico friends there. I have Tommy Tallarico's like right up next to me. There's this Killer Instinct machine right next to me, and Tommy Tallarico's like, you know, standing next to me. So I'm like, oh fuck, man! I'm telling everybody how good I am at you know, Street Fighter. I better not suck. So anyway, long story short, we fire up Street Fighter 3. He picks Oro, right? Now, right away, I know he's like one of those advanced characters. I have no shot because I'm not big into Street Fighter 3. So if someone picks, you know, that character, that one-armed guy, Orko, I know I'm probably in trouble. I don't know how to defend against him. So he pretty much hands me pretty quickly. He beats me quickly at Street Fighter 3. So we switch over. We just play with that one Street Fighter 3 match. We switch it over to Champion Edition, and that's when I take over. I'm right in my element. We play 2 matches, and as you can see here from the footage, he was very bold. He chose, Zangief. I'm like, all right, it's very bold to choose Zangief, not even seeing me play anybody. So obviously he's pretty confident with Zangief. So anyway, I picked my Guile. I know Guile is probably my best character. And I handled him pretty easily. Well, the first match was a little shaky, and then once I saw what he's got to offer, the second time around I beat him pretty quickly, and then he had to go, and I felt bad because I would hate to have to leave, to get my ass spanked, and then have to go and not get a playback. So yeah, the store got pretty busy, and he had to go, so we didn't get a chance to play again. But on the way out, I met, we had some more conversation. Great place. It's called the Game and Gallery in Easton, Pennsylvania. And hey, let's start this arcade tour. I'm stepping. As you can see here, when you walk into the arcade room, you're greeted with a stand-up Outrun cabinet. Shout out to Alpha Nerd Entertainment. Never played Zombie Revenge. It's a Sega marquee. Yeah, I haven't played that one. Die Hard, right? I know that this was a popular PS1 game. And here we have Aliens. I've never played Aliens. That's another arcade machine I know played. Dolphin Blade. Never even heard of this one. Then we have Gun Force. Don't have much experience with Gun Force. And then I have a lot of experience with this machine. The Golden Axe cabinet. Blew me away, man. I love Golden Axe. Raiden Fighter, missing a marquee. Good shmup. I'm getting warmed up here. He's got some really good stuff in here, man. You got a Double Dragon 2 right there. Oh, it's one of my favorites, but no marquee. Great game, man. Great beat 'em up. It was one of those beat 'em ups that were revolutionary, man, in my opinion. Dynamite Cop. Never played that one. Virtual Fighter 2. Man, this game was pretty badass, The polygons started popping out. There's a lot of talk with the Simpsons. And there she is. It's a small, it was a small 4-cab compared to the X-Men. The X-Men is a beast, man. You don't realize how big this cabinet is, until you, I'd never seen this cabinet with my own eyes, and yeah, she's a beast. You can see me step away a little bit. It's big. Look how it is compared to the Turtles 4-player cab. It's, monster sized. And there's your classic Ninja Turtle arcade game. Good game. A little beat up, as a lot of these machines are. They're old, Pac-Mania. Pretty cool. The marquee has like a 3D Pac-Man image coming out. I was never much into Pac-Man aside from the original Pac-Man and this Pac-Man. Super Contra. I have a perfect Super Contra copy. You can get that on your PlayStation 4 or Xbox. Centipede. Nice little trackball. And there's Miss Pac-Man. I'm definitely getting the 1981. I love this Pac-Man. So I'm going to be looking to pre-order the 1981. I love that selection of Namco games that are coming with the 81. Here's Primal Rage. Never really got into Primal Rage, even though I'm a fighting fan. Here's some MVS cabs. I'm thinking of getting one day. I'm not sure. I mean, I already have like everything I need from my Neo Geo collection. You know, Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct 1 and 2. He's got them there. They're pretty tall machines because I think the Killer Instinct is right next to the Big Blue, and I think it's one cab over. I think the Marvel Capcom is next to the Big Blue. There's Killer Instinct. I like the Nintendo. You get the Nintendo and Midway brands on the marquee. Interesting. Pretty cool game, man. I wonder how Arcade 1UP is doing with their emulation for this for their game. They can't use cheap shit. You ain't gonna be able to emulate Killer Instinct with the same internals as you did with Marvel Capcom. And I didn't like this cabinet. I never played Marvel Capcom 2 in the arcades, but I prefer it on the Dreamcast. After that experience, without a doubt. There's Marvel Superheroes. Oh yeah, and there you have the big. Was that the Big Blue? Yeah. I think it's the Big Blue, right? Yes, I think it's the Big Blue. But it looks like the Marvel Capcom is a little taller. And there she is. Mortal Kombat 4. I never played Mortal Kombat 4. At least I don't remember. I played, remember, 1, 2, and 3 in the arcades. And I had that on my Super Nintendo. Mortal Kombat 1, 2, and 3 on the Super NES. But that's how they looked, man. That's how they look. As you know, those of you that haven't seen these machines in so many years, I mean, you got to admit, Arcade 1UP does a great job at replicating these machines, man. They got some Daytona USA's right there, and that's the reason why I haven't bought an Arcade 1UP Outrun cabinet, because I want to wait and see what other arcade racers they come out with. When is Nintendo gonna team up with Arcade 1UP and give us some arcade machines like Punch-Out with the dual screens and Donkey Kong to the left? You're gonna see Donkey Kong coming up. But anyone know the history behind why Punch-Out got 2 monitors? I remember reading about it. It's because Nintendo, like in the early 80s, had a surplus of those monitors, so they wanted to find a way to get rid of them. So they designed the Punch-Out cabinet with 2 monitors. One monitor has like a giant marquee with the stats, and then the other monitor for your viewing screen. And that's how they were able to get rid of a shitload of monitors. It's their surplus. Nintendo's thinking. Well, yeah, Express Raider. Never really got into this one. Kind of reminds me of Sunset Riders. Raiden, another good shooter. When I was a kid, I didn't want to waste quarters playing shmups. When I was a kid in the late 80s, I wanted to play like these fucking groundbreaking beat 'em ups and one-on-one fighters. Arch Rivals was like one of the first arcade basketball games. Well, the first. Afterburner, I remember the sit-down Afterburner. That's really badass. I never played the stand-up one. I love Dance Revolution. I hope one day maybe we could see Arcade 1UP make their own Dance Revolution cab. Maybe we got some pinball tables. I'm not very familiar with any of these tables. But they were in pretty good condition, man. I can only imagine how much these go for. There's Soul Calibur. My brother tried out Soul Calibur, and he said there was some arcade stick problems with the machine. But I've never seen a Soul Calibur 3 in the arcades. It looks pretty cool, man. Some Silent Scope, Time Crisis 2, pretty cool. That could be an Arcade 1UP. Sinden Technology runner-up for another Arcade 1UP. Who knows? Cruising USA. That's a good one, man. That's another one I would jump on if Arcade 1UP did one, because I mean it's a Midway game, so we know Arcade 1UP has a relationship with Midway, with Capcom, with Sega. Crazy Taxi. So I'd love to see a Sega Legacy cabinet, a Data East Legacy cabinet by Arcade 1UP. So Arcade 1UP's got some work to do. That's why I'm not jumping the gun and I'm just buying every arcade one up I see. I want to be selective because I don't have a lot of room for everything, you know. So I got to be selective, you know. So yeah, he had some. You can see back here, he has a ton of extra, you know, parts and supplies and whatnot. But yeah, man, it was a really good time. I spent a couple hours in this room playing video games with my brother. But yeah, if you guys are gonna be in that Eastern Pennsylvania area, check out the Game Gallery. Really cool place to check out. And hey, hope you guys enjoyed this little video, this little game tour. And until the next one, gentlemen, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you on the next video, guys. You guys take care. Peace. Soda Can Mike.